Hi, my name is Rami Ismail. I'm one half Dutch independent studio of Vlaanderen.
Rami, what are you showing here at PAX West?
So we are showing a prototype that we were actually not really gonna show, but it was our birthday yesterday and we decided to kind of show it, and it kind of got out of hand, so now everybody wants to play it and talk about it. So
This is actually kind of a cool story. Talk about what happened exactly.
So yesterday, Vlaanderen, my game studio, turned 8, which is kind of a big deal. Most studios don't survive that long, and we decided to reward the fans that were going to drop by with, instead of Nuclear Throne, which has been the game that we've been showing for the past 5-ish years, we would show something new. And we decided to show a prototype that we've been working on that we're really excited about. We thought, you know what, if we show it for 1 or 2 hours, it'll probably sneak under the radar and nobody will really pay too much attention about it. So about an hour later, there was a video interview up on IGN because they had walked past it and seen it. So then it was announced, and I guess now I have a new video game.
So talk about what this game's all about.
So the way you should think of it is it's kind of inverse Space Invader. It's a super arcadey game, it's a high score game, it's not a huge game, it's actually kind of small, and we kind of want to be working on smaller games. The way it works is you have one enemy at the start, and every time you shoot it, it splits into multiple enemies, and as you go, things get worse and worse. So really the only way to win is to not shoot the first enemy, but as soon as you do that, you've doomed the universe, and now everything that comes your way is your fault until you die.
So what did you learn from Nuclear Throne that you've applied to this new game?
Mostly that Nuclear Throne was really big, and we kind of are not the kind of studio that works on really big games. We loved working on Nuclear Throne, but a large part of the motivation from that game came from the fans, the audience, how excited they were. It wasn't really from us, we just did it because they were excited. And we took a break after Nuclear Throne, we were a little burned out, a little overworked, not feeling super creative, and after 2 years we got back together, looked at each other and said, hey, when we started this, we really wanted to do small games like Super Crate Box and Luftrausers. Why are we not doing that? So we went back and did that, and that's what we're doing now.
This year you got the Ambassador Award at the GDC Dev Awards. Talk about some of the work. You do really a lot of good work. Talk about some of the work you do doing that stuff.
So the GDC Ambassador Award is for people who make contributions to the field of games overall, and I got it for the work I do in emergent territories. So besides being a game developer, I travel the world going to places where game development is relatively young or where the industry isn't really established. And I work with the local development community or local governments to try and make game development more accessible and easier. Sometimes that has to do with making connections between, the US or European industry and the industry there. Sometimes it has to do with a little bit of mentorship, with funding, with access to technology, access to tools, access to language. So basically travel the world, meeting amazing developers and talking to them about what they need and then trying to help out with that. And it's been incredibly rewarding. I really didn't need an award to say like, hey, thank you, because the work those developers do and seeing the successes from those places it's incredible. It's some of the most exciting stuff in games for me is the games from elsewhere.
It is, and it's also we can kind of people have probably seen this in America a little bit, like in New Orleans they did some stuff for a little while. Montreal's huge in it, but then you're also trying to bring game development to other places in the world, like Croatia.
Yeah, I was visiting Croatia the other day. It's a lovely community. It's been going for the past 5-ish years, and it's been incredible to see it grow from a country that had Crow team, of course, like Croatia team, I guess, to a country full of small independent studios and exciting studios that are looking to grow and using the advantages of being a developer in Croatia to make amazing new stuff. So it's really grown, it's gone really fast, it's professionalized a lot. Super excited to go and check it out at next year's Reboot event, which is the local Croatian game event.
So talk about what do you think it is that makes video games have such a global appeal?
Well, that's a really easy one. Like, put it this way: if you have a round ball and you put it on the ground and you kick it at somebody, they're going to kick it back. You don't have to be able to talk to them. You don't have to be able to understand them. You don't even have to be able to do anything but see the ball, and you understand that this is a playful interaction, and I will respond to it in a playful manner. The same goes for chess. The same goes for video games, whether you're playing Fortnite or Clash Royale or Clash of Clans or Halo or whatever you're playing, really, you don't have to be able to interact with the other person because the game is the language. And play has been the most global language for all of humankind's history, and it will continue to be that. And with games, we just found a way to make it digital, really light, and online, so we can do it anywhere at any time with anybody, and that's incredibly exciting.
have like a, general release date for your new game?
At this point, I have no name, I have no date, I have no price, and I have no platform. I have a game, and I don't even know what it's going to look like in the end necessarily. But watching the response here at PAX has been incredible. People seem to love it. People say it's a good mix of like a bullet hell shmup and a little bit of a puzzle game, which I never thought of saying it that way. But yeah, that's kind of what it is. So I'm just very excited to see what happens. And in the meanwhile, people can follow the news on Vlaanderen.